Hey Marbites and Homo sapiens and maybe Eurovisioners, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Rogue Marby Scott. Today I am going to be doing a inspired look, and the inspiration for today's look is the Swedish flag. Now if you don't know, because you don't watch, I do reaction videos, and particularly I have been doing a lot of Eurovision reaction videos just because it's my guilty pleasure, and I didn't expect to... well, I didn't realise how big Eurovision was. Anyway, so without further ado, I'm going to carve out my brows first, and then we're going to go on to the eyeshadow look, okay? So basically when I say carve out, I mean I'm just going to clean up underneath my eyebrows and on the top of my eyebrows, but today I'm just cleaning underneath my eyebrows from where I have already put some eyebrow product on. As you can see, I have my eyebrows done and they are a little bit thicker than I would normally do, or I would not do, because I hate doing my brows. I feel like my brows are fine. I don't need to do anything to them when I'm doing makeup. So with a lighter shade of eye primer, I am carving out a shape just so that I know exactly where I'm going to be placing my eyeshadows first. And I think this is also important because if you're going to use your shade of concealer or eye primer or just no eye primer, sometimes you don't know where you're going, so it's good to know where you're going when you go with a lighter base than your skin tone. So that's what I'm doing here right now. This is going to be my first and primary transition shade, and it's mustard from the Golden Skies palette from Jolie Beauty, and I'm just going to just stamp that on the line. I'm going to stamp it basically on the middle of the line so that it kind of blends into my skin that doesn't have any concealer on it, and I'm going to blend it in obviously into the concealer that's on my eyes, or should I say eye primer. I feel like doing it this way, for me, it really does make a difference, because when I need to blend in other colors or shades, should I say, the transition is so much better and I don't have to think so much, especially with the Jolie Beauty eyeshadows. All of them blend in so seamlessly that my work is like cut in half. Basically, it's really cut in half. Going into Sunny from the same palette, I am going to now just go over where I have placed that first shade. I'm just going to bring in more yellow to the this look, because this whole look is about, you know, yellow and blue, and I need this yellow to just pop. I need it to pop so much. Like, the mustard is okay, but Sunny is a nice yellow that matches the Swedish flag. So that's what I'm doing here now. So I decided to go in with Dawn just above the first transition shade that I was doing, just because I felt like it needed some definition, it needed something more. And I know it's not a yellow, but it needed to blend into the look. It needed to give the look a little bit more life. So that's what I'm doing here now. So I'm just going in with a really thin blending brush just to give that, you know, oomph to the look. Okay, so happy with the blend, and I am now carving out a little shape, wing shape, with some concealer, as you can see here right now. I'm using a flat tapered brush, and I'm just, slightly, going over my eyes. You don't want to go in too heavy because you don't want to, have too thicker lines. But I'm just going in really lightly, making sure that I'm just pressing on really neatly. And then I'm going to go into the shade Orbit from the Intergalactic palette by Jodie Beauty. It's a really lovely blue. It's a Copot blue, kind of Copot blue. And blue is going to be such an amazing color this year in fashion. It's going to be the color this year, I believe, in my fashion sense. I really don't follow fashion that much, but I feel like blue is going to be the look for like makeup and just artists, creating, doing what they're doing. But yeah, I feel like this blue is just going to just like woo woo woo. It's just going to be really nice. But yeah, I decided, I wanted to put that concealer on in that specific place where I put it, just so that it was a bit more vivid, and then it dims down later on in the eye look. So at this point I forgot to turn on my camera, sorry about that, but I carved out my eyebrows, not my eyebrows, my eyelids, and I went in with this shade Turned from the Zombified palette, and I just placed that all over my lids, and I just built that shade up to the point where I was just like, yes honey, I'm feeling you, that's all I need, that's what I want, yeah. Then going into the Intergalactic palette by Jodie Beauty, I had to go in with Milky Way because I just felt like if I didn't use this shade, this concoction, the look would not look how I wanted it to look. And I feel like this blend, because they blend in so well. I just felt like I needed to put some of that Milky Way there, just to bring in some life, and also I didn't want my wing to be so dull. I wanted it to be, a little bit sparkly, a little bit like highlighted, but you can see what I'm doing here right now. On my lower lash line, I am using the shade Lock from the Proud palette by Jodie Beauty. Like I said, I'm using everything by Jodie Beauty at this point in time. I decided that I wanted to use the shade Lock because it's one of the darkest shade of blues that I wanted, one of the darkest shade of blues. And I felt like if I didn't go in with a dark shade underneath my eyes, then this eye look would just look a little bit unfinished, and I felt like using this blue just, brought the look all together. Just doing my complexion now. I don't feel like you really need to see much of this. if you want to know how I do my complexion, then I can do a video on that. But I'm just speeding this whole process up really quickly. So my inner corners were looking a little bit bleak, so I thought I need to go in with some shimmer, some sort of highlighting moment. So I went in with Dew from the Golden Skies palette from Jodie Beauty, and I used this look, this color, because it goes well with the gems that I'm going to be be placing on my eyes. Absolutely amazing. Like, this shade is so blinding. Do not use it if you're not ready. But yeah, I was very happy when I used this shade because it complemented the gems that I was going to use. So guys, that's how I got my look, inspired by the Swedish flag. Obviously I used lots of types of blues and yellows, actually 3 yellows and a lot of blues, but yeah, I hope you enjoy. Everything that I used was from Jodie Beauty Cosmetics. I am not affiliated, or this is not a sponsored video from Jodie Beauty, just to let you know. I just love the brand, so why not just share my love for Jodie Beauty with you guys. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye! Which country should I do next? Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Rogue Mobby